Honda pulled off what Harley never had the nerve to try, bringing cruisers back to an affordable price point. No flashy press tour, no advanced buzz, just a game-changing bike under $10,000 that's sending shockwaves through the motorcycle world. How did they manage it? Why now? And what does it really cost to stay loyal to legacy brands? No one saw this coming. No one expected it. Honda finally did it. This is the best move they've ever made. No teaser ads, no grand unveiling, no influencer buzz. Honda launched a new cruiser without fanfare, just a clear statement. $9,999. No stripped-down basics, no hidden terms. After stepping away from the heavyweight cruiser scene for years, Honda returned not with nostalgia, but with precision, and a direct hit to its rivals. This wasn't about being cheap. It was about making a point. Honda didn't cling to the past or revive old models. It brought a clean, modern machine designed for today's riders. While Harley muddled its identity and Indian chased profits, Honda stayed quiet and observed. Then it acted, with purpose. The Rebel 1100 wasn't built to honor history. It was built to attract new buyers. It pulled cruisers out of the showroom museum and back into the real world. Affordable, approachable, and impressively quick.
For those who say the perfect cruiser doesn't exist, we introduce our newest Honda Rebel 1100.
While others filled silence with noise, Honda used that silence to plan. And now, it's clear. That silence was strategy. Honda once led the cruiser market with iconic models like the Shadow and VTX, bikes that delivered global quality performance, smooth torque, and sleek styling that appealed to modern riders. But over time, Honda gradually exited the segment. Models were discontinued, advertising faded, and floor space shrank. It wasn't a crash, it was a quiet retreat. As Honda stepped away, brands like Harley clung to chrome and nostalgia. Indian ramped up aggressive marketing, and Royal Enfield gained momentum with affordable retro-style bikes. The cruiser didn't vanish, it evolved. The image of a cruiser as a leather-clad rebellion lost its appeal. New riders weren't chasing a lifestyle. They wanted something practical, stylish, and affordable. While others clung to the past, Honda waited. Now, with the Rebel 500 and 1100, Honda has redefined cruisers. Clean, light, tech-savvy, and stripped of pretense. This isn't a nostalgic return. It's a strategic reset. And the pricing? It hits the market with precision. In a market where cruisers typically carry luxury-level prices, Honda's decision to launch a full-size motorcycle under $10,000 wasn't just daring, it was intentional. At $9,999, the Rebel 1100 undercut similar models from Indian and Harley-Davidson, but without compromising quality. Instead of slashing essentials, Honda eliminated the unnecessary. The Rebel's engine is based on the Africa Twin's parallel twin, proven, powerful, and efficient. Its standout feature, the dual-clutch transmission, DCT, offers automatic shifting without losing the tactile experience riders value. Rather than loading the bike with chrome and nostalgia, Honda emphasized clean welds, minimal plastic, and smart design. Fewer parts meant lower costs and quicker production. Honda's global manufacturing power ensured fast, efficient delivery. This wasn't luck. It was precise engineering. Honda cut the fluff, not the function. While other brands boost prices with branding and extras, Honda delivered substance. The result? A cruiser that feels premium without pretending to be. Now, the competition is forced to catch up. Harley-Davidson's launch of the sub-$10,000 Nightster may seem like a smart counter to Honda's pricing strategy, but underneath, it reflects desperation more than innovation. On the surface, it looks like Harley is adapting, but the change lacks depth. No supply chain overhaul, no cost restructuring, just a new price tag on an old model. Unlike Honda, whose pricing stems from years of modular engineering and global efficiency, Harley's move feels reactive. The cracks are obvious in dealerships, low inventory, rigid financing, and delivery delays. While the Nightster's base price sounds competitive, added fees and accessories push it back into expensive territory. Meanwhile, Honda delivers tech, comfort, and performance as standard, without inflation. More critically, Harley hasn't rethought the buying experience. No updated service models or financing options. It's a cosmetic shift, not a business evolution. While Honda builds for the future, Harley clings to nostalgia, and time is running out for that strategy. When Indian motorcycles relaunched under Polaris, it seemed ready to rival Harley's dominance. Models like the Scout and Chief were bold, powerful, and strategically priced. But in recent years, Indian has drifted from its original focus. Prices have steadily climbed, creating a gap between the brand and the riders it once aimed to attract. Entry-level bikes now verge on premium costs, losing the accessibility that once set Indian apart. The shift isn't just about pricing, it's about perception. Where the Scout 60 once invited new riders by saying performance didn't require exclusivity, Indian now leans into high-end trims and boutique branding. What once felt rebellious now feels refined, leaving many to question whether Indian still understands its core audience. As newer, budget-conscious riders lose interest, many are turning to Honda. The Rebel 1100 offers performance and reliability without the flash or inflated cost. Indian bridged the gap from Harley, but forgot to finish the path forward. Royal Enfield never aimed to outshine Harley's style or outdo Honda's specs. Its mission has always been simple: create timeless, reliable motorcycles at ultra-affordable prices. In a post-COVID world marked by tighter budgets and shifting values, that simplicity has become a major advantage. Models like the Meteor 350 and Interceptor 650 lead global cruiser sales, not because they're the most powerful, but because they're honest. These bikes deliver the feel of a classic ride without the financial burden of modern machines. Royal Enfield's strength lies in its restraint. No excess tech, no bloated features, no forced branding, just straightforward mechanics. That raw appeal is winning over riders in places often overlooked by Harley or Honda, from Southeast Asia to urban North America. It's not a technological rivalry with Honda, it's philosophical. Honda offers sleek precision, Enfield offers soulful minimalism. They're now competing for the same rider: young, practical, and value-driven. Enfield isn't chasing Honda's crown, it's quietly carving its own space. As Harley faltered and Honda surged ahead, Yamaha and Kawasaki quietly prepared for their moment. These Japanese giants didn't rush, they refined. The Yamaha Bolt, once considered a niche urban cruiser, has slimmed down, sharpened up, and now offers torque and simplicity without the weight of Harley-style nostalgia. It doesn't scream, it delivers. Kawasaki's Vulcan S, meanwhile, stands out as one of the smartest cruisers for new and intermediate riders, thanks to its adjustable ergonomics, reliable parallel twin engine, and sub-$10,000 price. These brands aren't trying to mimic Harley's heritage or copy Honda's modern edge. They're staying true to what they've always done, building dependable, well-balanced bikes. For years, they were dismissed as too basic, too understated. But today's riders value practicality over flash, and that shift has brought Yamaha and Kawasaki back into focus. They're not chasing the spotlight, they're staying steady. While others search for identity, these brands prove that reliability never goes out of style. Honda's dual-clutch transmission, DCT, didn't arrive with hype. No viral ads, no dramatic shots of chrome-clad riders tearing through deserts.
Innovative clutch and gear set concept is among the major innovations of the 7G DCT.
Instead, It was introduced quietly, first in sport tourers, then adventure bikes, and finally, the Rebel 1100. Initially, it seemed like a minor convenience, but it was far more strategic. The DCT acted as Honda's Trojan horse, meant to bring in a new kind of rider. This wasn't about racing performance or competing with European superbikes. It was about breaking down barriers. New riders today often come from urban settings, used to automatic cars and digital convenience, not clutch-heavy traditions. DCT removed the intimidation of manual shifting, making bikes approachable without watering them down. It's not just a feature, it's an invitation. And each new DCT rider isn't just a customer, they're becoming long-term converts. Honda's real brilliance? They're not chasing thrills, they're building access, redefining who motorcycles are for, and reshaping the future of riding. While most recognize Honda for its cars and motorcycles, its true strength lies in versatility. From lawnmowers and portable generators to marine motors and jet engines, Honda's reach extends far beyond transportation. This broad foundation gives Honda a strategic edge competitors can't match. While Harley clings to motorcycle nostalgia and Indian struggles to define its identity, Honda has methodically built a global empire that powers nearly every corner of modern life. A Honda engine might run your boat, snowblower, or even your neighbor's car. This integrated presence builds not just revenue, but trust. So when Honda re-entered the cruiser market with the Rebel 1100, it wasn't a gamble. It was one more move, supported by a vast, efficient ecosystem. Honda doesn't need every product to succeed. They're backed by robotics, solar, aviation, and R&D.
Advanced safety technologies, etc., are verified.
Their ability to price aggressively without risk comes from playing a much bigger game, one that redefines mobility itself. When COVID-19 disrupted the global motorcycle industry, most manufacturers faced severe challenges: parts shortages, shipping delays, and soaring production costs. Dealerships were empty, wait times stretched for months, and even major players like Harley, Yamaha, and Kawasaki struggled to keep up.
Been since COVID-19's kind of come into our lives.
Well, at the beginning, we shut down.
Honda, however, stood apart. Thanks to a long-term logistics strategy focused on modular design and diversified sourcing, its supply chains adapted rather than collapsed. Honda doesn't depend on a single supplier or region. Its manufacturing network is flexible and resilient. When Taiwan faced a chip shortage, Honda sourced from Southeast Asia. When Japan had delays, Thailand stepped in. This wasn't luck, it was strategy. While competitors scrambled to explain delays, Honda kept delivering. In a post-pandemic world where speed and reliability matter more than ever, Honda earned trust and sales. Their cost control didn't come from cutting quality, but from preparation. That same system now powers their cruiser market growth, offering not just bikes, but reliability riders can count on. Harley-Davidson built its identity around rebellion, noise, and Americana, appealing to veteran riders and lifestyle bikers who value tradition and chrome. Honda, on the other hand, is targeting a completely different rider. They're not chasing former Harley loyalists. They're appealing to a new generation raised on smartphones, streaming, and practicality. This rider doesn't care about loud exhausts or biker culture. They care about ease of use, urban convenience, and affordability, comparing bike payments to gym memberships, not trucks. Honda knows brand loyalty today isn't inherited. It's earned through consistent reliability and real-world value. The Rebel 1100 is built for this rider. Simple, balanced, stylish, and unintimidating, with features like optional DCT. These aren't club riders or bike show regulars. They're solo commuters, first-time buyers, or city dwellers seeking an escape from car payments. They care about reviews, efficiency, and sharing experiences online.
Cruise control standard. When you think about it, that's actually a lot of features for the category, especially if
Honda's shift toward usability over attitude is just the beginning of a changing rider landscape. When Honda's sub-10,000 cruiser landed in the US, it sparked more than just market disruption. It triggered a political debate Washington hadn't prepared for. Each motorcycle now raises deeper questions. Where was it made? By whom? And what does that say about national pride? Made in America once symbolized union jobs and local supply chains. But in today's global economy, that ideal is harder to define and justify. Honda's pricing success isn't accidental. It's the result of a globally optimized production model refined over decades, with manufacturing ties in Thailand, Vietnam, and Mexico, and supply dominance in Japan and China. When tariffs hit, US brands like Harley absorbed the cost. Honda didn't flinch. It had already adapted, sourcing regionally and assembling strategically.
This approach demonstrated not only foresight, but also a commitment to maintaining value.
This forced working-class American buyers to confront a harsh truth. Their trusted domestic brands can't compete on cost. It's not about globalism versus patriotism. It's about economics. And in today's market, affordability is winning the argument. As brand identity fractures and economic uncertainty grows, nowhere is the shift more evident than on dealership floors. Once proud showrooms for Harley-Davidson and Indian, places where riders gathered and chrome gleamed, are now quieter. Dealers face a tough choice: embrace Honda or risk closing their doors. This isn't about brand loyalty, it's about survival. Honda bikes are moving, while Harley units sit untouched for months. In states like Ohio and Texas, Honda sales have surged by up to 40%, especially among older riders drawn to the ease of DCT models. Dealers, above all, are business people. In a tight economy, sentiment won't pay the bills. Honda may not offer the highest margins, but it offers consistent turnover, reliable service packages, and satisfied customers. Some Harley-only shops are quietly seeking Honda certification or creating new LLCs to offer both. In today's market, heritage has given way to practicality because buyers aren't waiting for legacy. They're choosing what simply works. The motorcycle industry isn't just resetting, it's being redefined. Success is no longer about the loudest exhaust or the most nostalgic logo. It's about clarity, purpose, and staying relevant. Honda, by moving with intention rather than flash, has become more than a contender. It's become a direction. Over the next 10 years, winners won't be those who electrify fastest or market hardest, but those who truly understand their riders and adapt accordingly. Harley may be louder, Indian may look sleeker, but Honda now commands trust. The trust that the product performs, the price is fair, and the brand won't vanish with the next trend. In today's uncertain economy, trust is everything. Honda's rise doesn't mean its rivals will vanish, but the rules have changed. Performance, culture, and speed still matter, but only if they serve real needs. New riders want more than a lifestyle. They want solutions. Honda delivered. Can the rest of the industry catch up?